Welcome to Claw FA. Imagine a football club that would genuinely rather lose a match 4-3 playing just breathtaking, chaotic football than win 1-0 by grinding out some safe, boring result.
Yeah, it's a wild mindset.
Right. Wellsford Athletic.
Ah, the Ravens.
Exactly, the Ravens. And our mission today is really to figure out this central tension. Like, how does a club completely obsessed with glamour and aesthetic beauty survive in an era of ruthless, data-driven football?
It's a massive contradiction, honestly. I mean, when you step into Wakefield Park, the atmosphere is just intoxicating.
Oh, absolutely.
You see those striking emerald and black kits out on the pitch. You see literal Hollywood A-listers in the stands, and you just expect a visual spectacle. For Wellsford, just securing 3 points, it's never been enough.
They want the show.
Right. The supporters demand that the team dominates with this continental flair. So there's this constant crushing pressure on the squad to act as entertainers first and competitors second.
Which, well, that didn't happen by accident. Looking through the historical profiles, you can trace this obsession straight back to Patrice Léveille.
Right, yeah, back in 81.
Yeah, he didn't just bring, good vibes from Europe. He fundamentally rewired how Wellsford moved on the pitch. Instead of rigid English formations, he gave his playmakers total freedom to roam.
Dragging defenders out of position, creating those fluid attacking overloads.
Exactly.
Basically turned the club into an exhibitionist brand. But the tactical evolution under Marcus Whyte is what made them genuinely terrifying.
Because of the press.
Right, yeah. Whyte took Léveille's fluid structure in 2001 and just bolted on a ferocious, suffocating high press. He demanded that these flair players also hunt in packs the second they lost possession.
Which is exhausting.
Completely.
Yeah.
But that is how elite playmaking was redefined in the Claw FA. You could be an artist, sure, but you also had to be an absolute machine off the ball.
And that got them the titles in 01, 03, and 07. But I'm looking at these recent tactical reports, and I have to admit, I'm a bit confused about how this model hasn't completely collapsed today.
How so?
Well, relying on individual brilliance, instinct, and, artistry, it feels like a massive liability now. Yeah. Like, look at a club like Mancunia rising up. They aren't relying on maverick playmakers.
No, they're running rigid, algorithmic passing circuits.
Exactly, based on spatial data. They literally map the pitch mathematically. How does an aesthetic brand like Wellsford not just get crushed by the math?
Well, they're terrified that they might be.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's the creeping anxiety hovering over their current 2026 season. I mean, Wellsford has 14 titles in 50 years.
They won in 22 and 25.
Right, they're winners. But the geography of power in the Claw FA is shifting toward systematized intelligence. Mancunia's algorithms are specifically designed to exploit the exact spaces that Wellsford's roaming playmakers leave empty.
Oh, wow. So that completely reframes their traditional El Clasico rivalry with Marble United, too.
It really does. It's no longer just a local scrap for bragging rights.
Right, because if Wellsford starts losing consistently to highly structured, data-driven systems, it invalidates their entire philosophy.
It becomes an existential battle for legitimacy.
So who is going to save them?
Well, the burden of proving that artistry still matters has basically been dumped on the shoulders of one player, Tobias Renouf.
Ah, yes. Early 20s, generational English talent.
And he is the absolute antithesis of a system player. I mean, Renouf plays purely on instinct. He drops into these weird, unexpected pockets of space, and he tries audacious passes that a computer would tell you had like a 2% completion probability.
And he pulls them off?
He pulls them off. He is the ultimate symbol of the Wellsford way right now.
Right. So if he thrives at Wakefield Park, he proves that human intuition and flair can still break down a perfectly coded defensive block.
Exactly. He rejuvenates the dynasty. But if he struggles, or worse, if he gets lured away by continental riches,
that would be brutal.
The psychological blow would be devastating. Losing Renouf wouldn't just mean losing a star midfielder. It would be a very public declaration that Wellsford's romantic vision of football can no longer compete at the highest level.
So for you listening and following the Claw FA this season, keep your eyes fixed on the pitch, not just the tabloid drama.
Right. Watch how Tobias Renouf moves against those rigid defensive structures.
Because every time he touches the ball, he is testing whether the Ravens' philosophy is still viable.
It's all on the line.
It really is. Which leaves you with one final thought to chew on before the next kickoff. If the highly systematized, data-driven approach of clubs like Mancunia eventually solves the game of football entirely, what happens to the entertainment value of the sport?
That's a scary thought.
If beauty and unpredictability are just replaced by perfect math, will you still tune in to watch? Keep that in mind the next time you see those emerald and black kits take the field.